Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Full 100. It's Wednesday, the 6th of January today, and it's been an exciting night for me, guys. We was up till 5 this morning watching the Georgia senatorial votes coming in last night, and the Democrats have pulled off an amazing feat, guys. They've pulled off an amazing feat. They've just elected the first black person to be sent to the Senate of any southern states. They've just elected a 33-year-old Jewish guy. And more importantly, they did it on a rerun, which Democrats never win reruns. Never, because our demographic we vote for the big ones and we don't normally come out for the little ones or the side shows. But this was more than a sideshow. This was going to decide the fate of Joe Biden's presidency. You see, the Senate. The Democrats haven't held the Senate since 2010, which was halfway through Obama's first term. Now, Mitch McConnell, who I am so glad, I'm going to show you a picture of this guy. For the first time in so many years, since 2018, in 10 years, this guy is not Senate leader anymore. He's now going to be demoted. I was hoping he loses his seat because he's such a nasty, corrupt guy. This guy has not wanted to debate anything, even up to Christmas. Just a few days ago, he refused to table an agreed payment to families of $2,000. He didn't even want to entertain that. But when you give tax cuts to corporations and tobacco firms and all these, he's the first one in the line. So now he's been demoted. It was such a great night yesterday. But you know what else? I've just had to pull myself away from the television because in America right now, they're debating. Today is the day they're meant to certify Biden's win in the Congress, yeah? In both houses, yeah? And it's a bit like the Oscar. So imagine the people that come and read the results of the Oscar. They give you an envelope, right? You open the envelope and you say, the winner of the best actors, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Trump has been trying to bully Pence, right, into doing more than that. So he wants Pence, this is what he wants Pence to do. He wants Pence to open the envelope. Biden has won the state. He wants Pence to magic the power out of nowhere to say, no, I'm going to give this to Trump. When he can't even do that. So he's replied to Trump, now I can't do that. So Trump's not happy with him. Today is a mad show, man. I mean, this world has really got mad. So listen, without further ado, let's get down to today's show. So like I was saying, guys, I'm just so happy that Mitch McConnell will now be demoted. That's such a brilliant progress for the world. You think it's just America? Listen, they're going to run through all the bills they tried to pass in the summer. The George Floyd bill that they tried to pass, that this Mitch McConnell stood in the way and Trump was standing in the way. When they pass those things, mate, it's going to affect us here for the better. Because it's going to put pressure on the governments of Europe to follow suit. Just like they did with the sex offenders register that came in America. Now we all got it. That's the same thing, guys. This is huge for us. This is why voting is so important. And I'm going to feature something at the end of this show on that. Guys, listen. I want to play the first video I really want to play you guys is the black guy, Reverend Raphael Warnock. Oh, this guy, he outperformed Biden. He's the first black person to be sent to the Senate from a southern state. Can you imagine? And a southern state that only a year ago, nobody would have thought that even a Democrat would have won there. No Democrat won there presidentially since 1994, Bill Clinton. And they've never sent Democratic senators from that state. And then all of a sudden, Biden's won it. My guy's crying foul and cheating. I can't believe I lost Georgia. While he's there, telling the people the votes were stolen, he's forgetting that there's another 2 races that are getting rerun. Such a confusing state of affairs that it's cost them the Senate now. Thank God. Guys, take a look at a short clip of Reverend Raphael Warnock. First time he's a reverend. He's going to the Senate, and these are good guys. Take a quick look.
from the state of Georgia, Raphael Warnock. Reverend Warnock, thank you so much for being with us. Congratulations. We heard you overnight noting the fact that your 82-year-old mother, whose hands picked someone else's cotton, you said, got to cast her vote for her son to be senator from the state of Georgia. What was that moment like when the state was called for you?
Good morning. Listen, this is a wonderful day here in Georgia, and I believe in America.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, how amazing is that? His mother voted for him. His mother, who picked cotton only a few to 8, 7 decades ago, was picking cotton. She might not have been a slave because slave was already abolished, but she definitely lived under segregation and, like he said, picked cotton. And now her son, amazing. And this is how we inspire our children is so important, man. You know, you can come from, and I've got a topic. I'm going to show you guys a video about this right at the end. You can come from being a house help, mum, yeah, and dad irons clothes for the family, whatever, yeah. But it doesn't mean your children have to be locked in that. You just go inspire them to come out of that circle and break that cycle. Amazing story, guys. And then in the middle of all that, you've got Trump, right, trying to overturn the will of the people. And this video, this clip I'm going to show you tells it all. I mean, he's gone from just 2 days ago, over the weekend, getting caught bullying an elected official, Secretary of State for Georgia. Now he's blatantly telling his vice president to do something that isn't even in the books. You can't, it's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. Can you imagine, like I said, the Oscar or any award ceremony is the same principle. Can you imagine an award ceremony guy, they bring a star, I don't know, they bring Gary Lineker to come open the results of the Golden Boots person of the year or the footballer of the year. You know what I mean? And he opens it and like he's got any power to change it? You don't. You're just there to read the thing. Take a look at this video.
Great vice president comes through for us. He's a great guy. Of course, if he doesn't come through, I won't like him quite as much. No, Mike is a great guy. He's a wonderful man and a smart man. And
now, the reason that I say that Trump is throwing Pence under the bus is because he has put him in an impossible position. Mike Pence, even as vice president of the United States, he doesn't control outcomes tomorrow, does he?
No, absolutely not, Chris. The Constitution makes Mike Pence a potted plant. His sole duty under the Constitution is to open the votes of the electors. It's ceremonial. It's procedural. He can do none of those things that Trump says.
Welcome back, guys. The name, I forgot to tell you guys, the name of the Jewish senator now, they're just waiting to confirm his win, is Ossoff. I think it's John Ossoff. 33-year-old. Flipping amazing what this guy is managed to pull off. And you know who brought that state home? Black people. They mobilized over 100,000 people more than voted in November. My people, we've got so much untapped power, we don't even realize it. It's really sad. And I got a video at the end to try and more. I see my role as the guy whose video I'm going to show you at the end. But let's scoot on quickly. Now, guys, my next video deals with two things. I told you guys the other day, when I showed you guys Marco Rubio, the senator, 50-year-old, younger than me, getting injection, jumping the queue, guy who mocked and still mocks that coronavirus is a hoax because he's on the Trump side. He will stand on the stage and tell you not to let them take away your freedom, make them tell you to wear masks, not to make them tell you to social distance. He will mock it all. Guess what? As soon as the vaccine come out, guess who sneaked around the back door to go get it quickly? Him. So this next video I'm going to show you two things. One, you see what New York's doing about people who got money trying to pay. So all of you thinking, oh, the rich are pushing the poor forward to go get it first, you're crazy. You are crazy. You really ain't paying attention. you really are not paying attention. Because I've been telling you guys, if you think the vaccines are going to be any different to I don't know, flying cars or electricity when it first came on board or anything like that, where the less connected, the poorer, yeah, the minorities are the ones who are going to get it last. Anyone who's telling you any different are lying to you, and you got to ask them, why are you telling me this lie? You got to ask them, yeah. But this video tells you about that, and it also tells you about the danger of the fake news. Ask yourselves, guys, these people that are stopping us from taking vaccine and don't take vaccine, ask yourselves why they fight so hard to make up stories. How many videos have you seen debunked? How many nurse died after an interview and then it turns out she's not dead? How many times have you seen this and it turns out, oh yeah, that was a lie, oh yeah. But here's another one, right? Now this guy is a pharmacist. The guy you're going to see in this video is a pharmacist. He's just been arrested for deliberately tampering with vaccines. He took them out of the fridge so they can spoil. And so when people get injected, it affects them, they get hurt, and then he can say, see, I told you so. Now, this is a pharmacist, white guy. How crazy can you be? It's bad enough as a pharmacist, and you know better. Your whole thing is to convince people. Come out of the game. Come out of the scientific world. Why are you still a pharmacist? You don't believe in the science. Why are you a pharmacist? But that wasn't good enough for him. The guy has been arrested for tampering with vaccines. That should be a warning to all of us. That means there are people with these conspiracy theories in their head, inside of the game, inside of the industry, about to plunge injection into your arm. But in their head, they're thinking, you know what, I'm going to this. Unbelievable. Take a look at this video, guys. Disturbing.
The governor of New York says he wants to make it a crime to sell or administer coronavirus vaccine to people trying to skip the line. In Wisconsin, a pharmacist who was arrested last week for trying to sabotage the vaccine, he now admits he is a conspiracy theorist and believed the vaccine was not safe for people.
Welcome back, guys. Imagine that. I think you didn't see the full story on that because I made the clip short. But he's under arrest. He took them out of the refrigerated level of refrigeration that they need. He took them out of the fridge, and they need to be a certain level to be good for you. Unbelievable, man. Now I'm going to deal with two other issues, and these are one to do with voting, and especially to my black community. The first one is to do with parenting right now on lockdown. I saw something on TV that I've heard my son's parents, my son's friends' parents say many of time. I've heard many of my son, when you're in a class meeting with parents and teacher, oh, I can't get him off to sleep. He won't go to sleep at 10. I can't get him off to, he's up till 2 in the morning. And then when I wake him up in the morning to go to school, he has a hump. Talking about 7-year-old, 8-year-old. What the hell's wrong with you? If you can't get your 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old to bed at 10, 11, or have them listen to instructions, how in the hell are you going to tell them anything at 14, 15, 16? So I saw this dinner lady being interviewed, and I want to air this. So take a look at this, because this is, children are on lockdown right now. And the first phase of the lockdown, many of my son's friends, when my son comes off to do homeschooling, they're on the game. He's on the game with them. My son comes off, does his homeschooling 2 hours in the morning. He goes back on during his lunch break, having his lunch while he's playing. Those same friends are on the game. He comes back for his second part of the schooling after lunchtime, and those friends are still playing. And then he goes back on after he's done his school time, and he's now free to play because he's studied all day. He's done his day's schooling, and those friends are still there. When I pull my son off to go bed at 11 because he was waking up later, these kids are still playing. So when do they study? And if they're not studying, how in God's name do you hope that they're going to do anything good later on? Take a look at this woman talking about her. That girl looks like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 5 maximum. And you're already talking like this. This is what is killing the lower classes. Yeah? Because the upper classes and the professional parents, when they see a woman like this speak, they just shake their heads. Seriously, guys. But in our community, when a woman like, yeah, I know, yeah, my son and all, like he's normal. It's not normal. Take a look at this video.
Teachers in school planning online lessons, learning packs for pupils.
Like that. I was quite shocked before I thought, if you know what I mean.
Angela can't believe it's happening again. She works an hour a day as a dinner lady. Now she'll have daughter Lily learning at home.
She'll sit there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and that's good if you can get her focused for 5 minutes. And then as the minutes tick by, she's gone. Watching a video, I've got to sit with her because she's looking around, aren't you? Spinning around, standing on her head.
That really makes me sick when I see that. And some of you might not like me. Some of you might say, oh, well, let the children be children. No. Because later on in life, they're going to be bloody repairing or window cleaning for some other child that was that age that the mom was sitting down and teaching, or the dad was sitting down and teaching. Now, if you can't teach your child at that age, start teaching them attention span. Start teaching them to focus. If you're giving up and saying, oh man, you know, she sits down for 5 minutes and they'll say, I can't get to sit down anymore all day. What the hell, man? What the hell? It's so important that when you hear something like that, it should really make you like think, what? But that lady, you see her circle of friends and all her sisters and the family, when she says that, you notice the girl laughed, the girl smiled. It's like, you're so naughty, you don't sit down. Oh, okay, go on then. All you're doing is destroying the lives of the next generation. That's what you're doing, my people. Because my son today did a full day of schooling. Right? And so should your children. In any which way you can. Set them up. Go on Google. Find whatever. Don't be saying, oh, well, you know, they don't sit down for 5 minutes. So, you know, what can I do? I'll just wait till school's back. And then in the 6 weeks school's out, she's falling behind my child. I promise you. Guys, my last video is about voting. You see, this Georgia vote yesterday, us blacks did it. We brought this home and we can only profit from it. Because if the Republicans still had a Senate, 9 out of 10 of the things that Biden will want to pass that's beneficial for us even here in the UK, because that law exists over there, would not have gone through. This guy would not have even let it come to the floor of the House. Black people took this home. I've been talking about this. I'm so glad that this guy said exactly what I say. So I'm going to let you guys watch this 2-minute and 11-second video. And I'm referring to the lower classes, the working classes, and my black community, because we as a demographic are the least to vote. But yeah, all the laws made up there affect us the most. Take a look at this video, and I hope this. I'm not gonna stop right up until the next election when Boris runs against Keir Starmer. I'm gonna be doing this show. I'm gonna be making sure that anyone who can vote goes out to vote. It makes a difference, my people. Take a look.
Even though we have made great strides, I think since the days of Barack Obama, we've made great strides in our community to get people to understand the importance of these elections. But, you know, there's still some people, there's still a thought process out there that does think that, you know, the parties are the same and that our votes don't necessarily matter. And so that's just a hurdle that we anticipated going in. And again, it's just, you know, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. We just keep driving the same message home. And me personally, I try to get people to understand, even if you're voting from a selfish motive, you know, that politics involves every aspect of your life is involved in politics and is affected by politics. And so I try to drive it home at a base level, you know, your health care, your job, your taxes, your access, police reform. You know, I try to hit home everything that's important to people in our community to get them to understand that this stuff does matter.
Right. And why did you decide that you needed to do this? And what did you learn from the whole experience?
Well, because I've been a political person since I was barely out of diapers. You know, my father was very active in politics back in the 70s. He worked for Jimmy Carter's campaign. He worked for Maynard Jackson's campaign. work with Andrew Young. I would see people at my house like Julian Bond, you know, people like that. And so politics is in my blood, and I've always been interested in it, and I've always educated myself about it, and I've always understood the importance of it. And so for me, it's just something that I like to share with other people to really fully understand that you have to get engaged, even if you don't do anything but vote. You know, I say at the bare minimum, just vote. I'm not saying you have to be a pundit. You have to be educated on every single issue and every single candidate, but at least educate yourself enough to go out and make a vote that makes sense.
Carl Special, K. Douglas, great to talk with you.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, the work these guys are doing is phenomenal. And I want everyone to take heed from what he's saying, especially those of you in the lower income range, because it's you guys that don't vote the most, us that don't vote the most, yeah? My demographic, we don't vote. And I've been guilty of it too. I've only really started voting in the last 2 cycles. However, I've been political, just like that guy. I've been politically aware the whole time. I know what's going on. I just didn't participate. Do you know what I mean? Guys, I'm going to love you guys and leave you now. See you all on Friday. Before I go, hit the subscribe button. Again, like I said, the statistics that I showed you guys the other day, 90% of my watchers aren't subscribers. So if you watch this, give us your support and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you on Friday, sorry. Take care and all the best. Bye-bye.